All right. So now this is the scripture that I was saying. This is one is much longer than the rest of them. I even had to put this one down on paper. All right. So this we're gonna go to Exodus. I'm gonna pull the scripture up too. Let me share the scripture. Let me grab it real quick. All right. So we can go to Exodus chapter 3. And I believe this is I'm gonna just pull up Exodus chapter 3. It's verse 15. It's like it started at verse 13. Let me share that. Okay, so let me switch this over. Okay, so before I even go into the Hebrew and break this down, just want to show y'all what I've been pulling up. All right, so this what I'm gonna go from verse 13 to verse 15 in the Hebrew scripture, but in the Hebrew writing. So it's the book of Exodus chapter 3 verse 15, 3 verse 13, starting 13. Says, and Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel and say unto them, The God of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What say I unto them? Right? So Moses asking the question, what do I tell them? Right? But before I even jump right there, I'm gonna jump up to verse 1 real quick. I'm gonna jump right back down there. Exodus 3 and 1. I'm gonna read the first two verses. It says, Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. Verse 2. And the angel, that's the key thing right there, and the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked upon, it's like, and he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. So this is one way we know this is not the Most High Yahweh himself speaking. It says an angel, angel the Malach in Hebrew, which means a messenger. You know, we know Yahweh Shai is the ambassador to the Most High Yahweh, right? So that's that Lord right there, the other one, right? That's who appeared to Moses. Let me jump back down to verse 12. That's it's like verse 13. So it says, And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel and say unto them, The God of your fathers has sent me unto you, right? And this is not going into the God of all nations. It's specifically the children of Israel, right? The God of your fathers, of our forefathers, not of every nation. And I know we all here on the we all here already know that, right? The God of your fathers sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What say I unto them? This is where the confusion comes in. And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am has sent me unto you. This is what I'm saying is here is a very bad translation, right? Because this should literally say, I will be that which I will be. Ahaya Ashara Ahaya. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking, saying, I will be whatever the Creator wants me to be. I'll be whatever the Most High wants me to be. This wasn't given the name of the Most High yet. And we read scriptures in Genesis before this in the Hebrew text, Well, we see that Ahaya there already, and it wasn't referring to the Most High or referring to anybody's name. If you look through the context, it wasn't going into that. Right? Verse 15. And God said moreover to Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob had sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial. It's like, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Right. So when you come to the last part in verse 14, and it says, "I am and sent me unto you." I'm gonna show y'all this in the Hebrew. I'm not gonna go too far with this in the English. Just giving y'all like a little context just to show the Hebrew to English translation. It can really throw you off something like this. Really just have you, all up in the clouds. All right. And also before I do that, I just want to jump back at this one verse that I went through. I think it was one in I think it was the second one in Genesis. Let me share that screen again. I believe it was the one in Genesis. All right, let me scroll back up. It might be this one right here. Hold up. Nah, wrong one, wrong one. Okay, Slock. It's Genesis 26:3. So right here, where you see the Abaraka, if we looking at how it was just written in Exodus, I was showing you in the English, you would look at it and you would read it, I am bless you. When it should say, I will bless you. And as I said, this right here, or better yet, look at the symbol. We see Ahaya to say, I will be, not I am, I will be. I'm Ka with you, and Wa'a Baraka, and I will bless you. So that's kind of where you kind of gets twisted up. And like I said, I got a bunch more scriptures on this. I'm gonna definitely jump on the other ones another time. But let me jump down. I'm gonna throw Exodus 3 in here. It was the last one. Deuteronomy. All right, so let me throw Exodus 3. I think I started from verse 12. Let me just double check that real quick. What's it like? Is this verse 13? 3:13. So I'm gonna do this like that. Well, yeah, Amar. I'm gonna do the symbols later on this one because I want to get through this just to keep this one close. Masha, Al, Alahayim, Hold up, let me make these letters smaller. These came out way too big. 18. And he said, Masha, Moses, unto unto the power, Hannah, behold, like, behold, Anakia, Ba'a, Anakia, Ba'a come. We speaking like the same, so it's like he's speaking like, say I come unto the children of Israel, I come to them, and then who do I say sent me? It's kind of like how Moses is asking this question. Uh, to Banyam, children, Yasha Allah, Israel, what Amar, it's like, and it's saying, and I say, or and I say, hold on, see where I can put this. That's passions. This is saying like, and I've already said to them, I'm already speaking to them, and I said, Laham to them, just another way when you look at the scriptures, when you see God written this way, Alahaya, Alahaya, just how you can tell this is just directly talking about the Most High. So you don't have to guess if it's talking about a angel, if it's talking about Yahweh Shai or other type of powers or anything. excuse me, this is in this form, Alahaya is only talking about the Most High Yahweh, right? To them, the power. Take the next word. I got to drop it down. Abawatyaka. Is that right? Abawatyaka. It's like Abawatyakam. All right. It's of your fathers. When it says of your fathers, talking about, of course, the forefathers of Israel, the progenitors of the nation. Shalak Naya sent me um unto, hold on, Shalak, I did that wrong. All of you come. It's unto you all, or unto y'all. Either way, it's cool to look at it. Unto you all, unto y'all. Um, wa amar, wa, this is and say they, right? Or they ask, because of course, they would really want to know who's speaking. And this also goes to show that at that point in time, our people knew, what the Most High's name was. So Moses was just verifying, look, what do I tell? Who do I tell him sent me? So when he told them, they knew it wasn't. They knew it was real. They knew it wasn't no game. Right? So that's Wa Marwa, and say they, it's down here. La ya to me, ma mashamwa. What name his? Or saying what is his name? This just once again a literal translation. I'm gonna put this in parentheses. What is his name? All right, la ya to me, ma what? Shamwa. Hold on. What is his name? Hold up, let me do it like this. So, okay, so the Maz what Shamwa is literally name his, or what's it saying? The name. What is the name of him? Right. And I just put this down here just to for my edification to show this what it literally saying is what is his name? Ma Amar. So what say Alham unto them? So what should I say to them? What should I tell them? Why yeah, Amar. He said, drop this down. Alahayim. Now this looking at it this way, it's just saying the all powerful. Or sometimes depending on the context in Hebrew, this can be referring to like the angels when you say Alahayim, like it unto them. And you said powers. Oh, gotcha. Unto so he said the all powerful, or I'm gonna drop those extra notes back in later. God, I do like this. Now, so I don't forget. Unto Masha, unto Moses. Here go that part right there that we seen in the scriptures. Ahaya. And we've been saying this all day from Genesis, Exodus, and Deuteronomy. And this is mentioned in this word is used in some of the books of the prophets. Like I said, it's a bunch of times the word Ahaya is used in the scriptures in the Hebrew context, but it's not giving the Most High's name. Different instances when other people are saying it, but they're not referring to the Most High. Period. And to Moses, I will be to Ahaya, Asherah. Break it down this way. That which I will be. Right. So this is the part where people get tripped up on when they look at the Hebrew to English. They look at it, they take that, and then they go where it says I am, and they say, "Oh, God's name is I am. He's the Ahaya. He's the I am." But like I'm been showing y'all, this doesn't mean I am. This means I will be. And I believe I gave y'all the meaning of the Most High's name is to say He is or He exists, not I will be. You know, the Most High has always been. So it's never a point in time where you refer to the Most High as something that will be. The Most High refers to us as we gonna be because He spoke us into creation. So we the ones that's gonna be, not the everlasting. All right, so that's that Ahaya Ashara Ahaya again. I will be that which I will be. So gotta leave off. Hmm. Well, yeah, Amar. And this thing, so you can see this a whole bunch of time in the scriptures. And he said, Ka, drop this down. Kata Amar. Hold on, Slock. Yeah, Ka, Ta Amar. So now he's saying this thou say, or this you say. Labanyam to the children. Yasha Allah, Israel. Right. So this was you gonna tell the children of Israel. Now we about to get to the part to where the name is given. I'm gonna write this all red letters. Yahweh. Right. This is where the name is given. This is what Moses is being told to say. Take this off. And this is where that word come again. The Alahaya. Alahaya. As I was saying, this is the when you see this, this is only referring to the Most High. Right. This is how we know it's God. Alahaya. If they say big G, little G. That's the Most High's what his name means.
Lucky Be.
Go ahead.
So it's saying Yahweh, his name, and then it's followed up by Alahaya, so you know that it's talking about the Most High when
Con,
it says it.
you
Con.
got it. I was gonna ask that question too, Agra. I told you, man. You be
Just
always
want to
on
make
point with it.
sure
Nah, you
it's
got
not
it, man.
one's in place of the other, or
Yeah.
they go together.
Yep, yep. This is how I even figured this out. I'm just going through my own studies. I notice when I see the Most High's name and it's referring to him as the only God, you see it go
Mhm.
followed by the word Alahaya
And that's every time you see it in the
every
script.
time. Yep, every time.
Uh,
Right.
Hey,
got
I
a
got a
Hebrew Bible at the house. I want to check it and see how it's doing. If it's doing it
Con,
the same way.
con. Go ahead, bring your question out.
yeah, so I'm still learning why that's why I'm here,
Con.
right? Uh I'm I'm listening to some teachings where they mention the superscript, right? They
Con.
mention make Lord LOR capital L lowercase ORD versus uppercase when when it's all caps.
Mhm.
LORD, right? Same thing with God. Uh, capital God, all caps. Then you have um, capital G, lowercase od, right?
Con.
And if you could help me out, I'm not clearly understanding that piece, even though I know that's not contextually what we're going
Mhm.
over. Um,
Con. No problem.
do
So,
you have
so
insight there?
yes, sometimes that could be confusing when you see the capital G, the little G, but a lot of times when you do see it in uppercase, it is talking only about the Most High. That's even why when I write God in this sense right here after the Alahaya, I put it in all caps,
Okay.
just to keep it, us all on the same loop that we talking about the only true living God. And there's other instances where the Bible speaks about idols, and you see the word Lord there sometimes, or
Right.
you see God there, or they speak about a particular type of power, and it might get a name of the idol, and we already know that's not dealing with the Father at all. But what English does that can be confusing, you might see the word God, and it can be somebody speaking of the Most High.
Mhm.
They referencing the Most High, but it might not be capital, and I forgot but it's a few Bible translations that don't put God in all capitals. Some of them you
Right.
might just see, you know, maybe it's a capital G, but if it's in the middle of a sentence, it'll just be lowercase, and
Okay.
that could be confusing. But you always want to look for the context. Who's speaking and what they speaking about.
Right.
Are they speaking about Israel? If they speaking about another nation, and you see the word God mentioned, a lot of time it might not be talking about the Most High. It could be talking about the God of the other nations. To other nations, their gods is high and mighty to them. But even in the scriptures at time, you'll see when they speaking on on idols and other gods, and you don't get that same uppercase anymore because the nation is recognizing that their God is nothing. You know
Okay. That would that
that
be classified as the Greek, sometimes the Greek interpretation when we're talking about the God, would that be like theos and theon, with
con
those interchangeably?
con exactly.
And would all this subscribe for, say, when we using Lord, right? I see this one like more than anything else. And I don't know if this is a part of the ineffable name doctrine, or like you said, it's kind of tricky when you're looking at it. So when I see all caps Lord, and then maybe right behind it, forgive me for not being able to use direct scriptures when I'm
Con,
seeing
it's
this.
all good. It's all good. I
Uh,
follow you.
I'll see capital Lord, all caps, and then I'll see maybe in the same um passage, maybe not the same chapter or verse, but then they'll come back with capital L, lowercase ord.
Con. Yes. Sometimes when you see Lord, it could be talking about Yahushua, Christ.
Okay.
That's another form you see Lord. Or I think I can't remember what version, what version of the Bible it references when it talks about Baal, idol, it
Right.
references the idol as a lord. You know, it represents Abraham. Sarah called Abraham Lord, but we know Abraham ain't the Most High. Reference different people is using that word Lord. It could be usually translated. That's why you always got to look for the context. Look to see who's being spoken of and who's saying what. That's kind of how like I do it, just to separate and differentiate what's being who's being referred to as a Lord or a God. Um,
Appreciate you. The water.
Come on, Yandaba, come on, ain't no problem. And like I said, I'm gonna do another one of these because there's so many scriptures that's doing it the way I'm doing it, and other instances where you're gonna see how I got at the part where I was referring to the Most High Yahweh, He is, and it refers to Him as the Alahaya, the God, the one true. We say the only, because we know ain't no other powers but the Most High. But yeah, that was definitely a good question though, man. Like I said, anybody's got any questions, bring them out. Don't hesitate. Though I'm going through the Hebrew, and I know y'all probably trying to keep up. So don't worry. I'm gonna shoot this out to everybody, and most I will next week. I'm gonna make sure I get all the rest of the scriptures together, and I probably had to even do like a third or fourth part because this is vast. This is not a lesson that you can do in one day. I only think you can capture all of this in 10 days or a month or so. I'll probably spread this out over a period of time because I do want to expound on this a whole lot. So coming out of the Christian church and coming away from different religious beliefs and stuff like that about God, because you had this thing called I think it's called is it monothesiosis, something like that. It's supposed to be the belief in one power. I think I said that right. You know, the concept of it is not wrong, but the whole overall, are you talking about the God of the Bible when you say it's only one God? Or are you talking about another God, an idol or something that you praise, and to you that's your one true God? Who are you referring to? That's why names are extremely important when it comes to the scriptures. Con, yeah, yeah. Monotheism. Con. All right. I think I'm almost done with this one. I'll cue you good, Rob. Y'all good?
Yeah, Salakia, just to land me back on what our brother said was you're telling him to make sure that we always look at context because in the Paleo Hebrew they did not have capital letters, right?
Con.
So
Con.
when
Exactly.
it was being translated into those other languages,
Mhm.
they would try to use caps to
Caps.
explain who they were speaking about. So again, the only way to know is for us to get the context.
Con. Con.
Gone.
Con.
The
Like
water.
that.
Yeah, the water.
Beyond the bar. Yeah. But that's why I say, Rob. I know you be in your studies in the Hebrew, man. I don't think I ever mentioned that, but when you talk about the there's no caps. Yeah, nah, I know you be on it,
Talk
Rob.
to you, and you didn't answer. And I say, okay, he's sleep.
Rob, I get shy, man. I know you be on it.
You say, you all right,
No,
Q?
I told you this. This is way over my head. It's I'm just quietly listening. I'll make sure I look over the notes a little bit. I'll try to remember some of it, but I'm trying to
Con.
remember those scriptures, man.
Oh, I know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to really digest, man. It's
He's back
not
there sleeping.
Yeah,
cute.
I'm gonna give it to the scholars. I'm gonna leave it to the scholars, bro.
Hey.
He laying back there. It's so nice back there. He laying on the bed, door open, and he probably couldn't help but to go to sleep because it's comfortable.
God,
He like,
God.
he
It's all good,
Do that.
Q.
Don't do that.
he
I'm following along, even though that breeze feeling good coming through the balcony
I
window.
say, even though the breeze good, I'm following along. It's all good, Q.
You sound like me sitting out here at the park with the breeze going, but it's still warm. My car said it was 102.
Oh man, God, God.
Yeah, I enjoy the Hebrew lessons. There's always something I'm learning. I ain't gonna remember everything, but there's some things I pick up and I remember bits and pieces.
Come man, you remember more than me sometimes, man. I got to go back and check myself out, man.
No, I appreciate you saying that, brother. But Hey, you definitely are a Hebrew scholar.
Come, man. Hey, that's all praise to the Most High, man. I'm just passing down what was taught to me. Being, as an honorable thing, and just to be real with y'all, man, I was afraid to teach, anything Hebrew, anything. My very first lesson when I went online, a lot of people challenged me, and I didn't know how to defend what I put up. So I took it down. I was about to give up, but my teacher here let me stop. He said, "Man, look, show you some books to go through. Study these books, take notes." I went back out there, did my next lesson. The questions came out. I started tackling them one at a time, man. And I would show people the evidence. And then what they would say is, "Oh, well, who wrote that book?" That became the question. Who wrote that book? I show them, look, this who wrote the book. Well, the Ben Yehudi says this, or this book says that, or the Jewish people they use. Okay, look, okay, then where did they get their sources from? Right? When did they get a hold of the language? When did they sculpt it into quote unquote Yiddish, what they speak today? You got to start dealing with stuff like that too, because then you start to understand how the language changed. And it is a book. I think that was a book I brought out to y'all. How the Hebrew language grew, and it goes through different periods of time where it was changing. So I understand and get what people use as the use U's and V's and J's and stuff. Well, not J's, but use other letters in there that technically not in Hebrew. And when I mentioned about the E's, when you take the alap, the first symbol, or the alap, or we say the aleph modernly, and they turn it into an E. I get it. The vowel points change that. So if you don't have any vowel points and you're showing somebody some words, and there's a couple other symbols like that, then how do you know what it changes to? How you know what they're referred to? A lot of time people don't. And I think it's 7 characters too at the end of the letters when you use the modern Assyrian script. At the end, the character changes. It's like two different forms to write it. But originally, even in the Picto Hebrew, you don't change no letters. You don't have to switch a letter on the end if it's that symbol that changes on the end. But not to get sidetracked. That's another lesson I'll jump into to show you all of that. And I'm gonna pull up a few notes too once I finish this, just to kind of go through the vowel point system and things like that. All right. So the next word. Say it again, Rob.
Salaki, I just want to say,
Come,
our brothers are quick. We'll knock each other down left and right, but
come.
we will never challenge that so-called white man and
Never.
or any other nation with what they bring out.
Come. We take everything for face value, man. Everything. We just accept it just the way it is, man. But the thing is, I like I said, I've never had nobody be able to prove their point. Once I start learning how to prove my point, they can't prove their point. They'll just say, "Oh, that's not that word, brother," or "That don't mean that," or "You reading it wrong." It's it's talking about idols. No, it's not talking about idols. Why? Because it's going into the Most High's name, and then it's saying who the Most High is. He is the power. Not he's one of the power. He's the power. Not even the angels raise themselves, or Yahweh shall raise himself over the Father. Even the demons that we read a few weeks back, even the demons recognize. If a demon can recognize the Most High is who He is, and just as they bowed to Yahweh Shai, they knew who He was. Come on, man. I mean, we got to get it. It ain't no excuse. We got to get it. Kind of, all right. So yeah. So the next word was Abawathia. So this is saying the God of your fathers. I think I've got a few more words. Shalak Naya sent me all your come. Sent me unto y'all, or unto you all. Hold up. There we go. unto you all. All right, so that's Exodus chapter 3, verse 13 to 15. It's 3 verses. All right, you want to read through this one, Rob? I know you got it.
Mine is up.
We passing the torch to you, Rob.
I think he just left the building.
Come. All right, I'm gonna read through this. Read through this again. All right, so we got it's Wayamar, Masha, Al, Alahayim, Hana, Anakia, Ba'a, Al, Banyam, Yasha Allah, Wa Amartaya, Laham, Alahaya, Abawathyakum, Shalaknaya, Al Yakum, Wa Amarwa, Lawa, Laya, Ma, Shamwa, Ma, Amar, Alham, Waya Amar, Alahayim, Al Masha, Ahaya, Ashara Ahaya, Waya Amar, Ka, Ta'amar, Ta'amar, Labanyam, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Alahaya, Abawath Yakam, Shalaknaya, All Yakam. All right. That's behold, talking, and he said unto Moses, the power, or say the all powerful, behold, I come unto when I come unto the children of Israel and say to them, the power of your fathers sent me unto you all, and say they to me, what name his, or what is his name? What say unto them? And he said, the powers, it's like he said, the power unto Moses, I will be that which I will be. And he said, this thou say, or this you say to the children of Israel, Yahweh, power of your fathers sent me unto you all. All right, so that's Exodus 3, 13 to 15. All right, I'm gonna get this out to everybody. Hold up, I think I messed something up right here. Oh no, I did that right. Get courage. All right. Any questions on any of these verses? You know, if y'all have any questions now, y'all can always hit me up. I could drop a comment in drop a comment in the chat, question in the chat, shoot me an email. I think everybody just about got my number here. Hit me up.